Hey guys, welcome back. Charles Damiano here again from the Bruce Lee Collection, and I'm here once again with my good buddy John Negron, big Bruce Lee collector out in North Carolina. And today we have a special episode lined up. This one's dedicated to Andy Bovell out of New York City. He's a big Foshan statue collector.
Absolutely.
And we are going to show the Foshan statues that John has in his collection and educate you on what the real ones are, what the fake ones are. These were a lot of money back in the day, right? In the 70s?
About $350, $400. Some of them went up to $600.
Wow, and that's why as a kid I never picked up any, and now I regret it because now you go online, these could be $1,500 to $2,000 or more for an original, and you have most of them, if not all of them, in your collection. So we're going to go through one at a time, talk a little bit about these. And so what's the first one you want to talk about?
Okay, so the first one I want to talk about, what I believe to be the very rarest one that I've ever seen. This is the only one I've ever seen. If anyone has this, definitely chime in and let us know.
Yes, I'd love to hear that.
This, I think, was a prototype that Lao San did.
Now, he was the artist, right?
Yes.
Lao San?
Yes, and he's the one that did that big giant sculpture of Bruce at the Hong Kong harbor.
Yes, that sits there at the harbor, right?
Yes, sir. He's the one that did that one. And this, I believe, is his very first one that he did, his prototype. And to authenticate it, the stamp is at the very bottom of the actual figure itself.
Yeah, I'm going to show a close-up of those stamps, because all these had a specific stamp or seal, as they call it, that San put on these. And Andy, when he was educating me on these, told me that unless it has the seal or the stamp, it's fake.
They're fake.
So yours all have the stamp or the seal on it, which makes them originals, which are very hard to come by.
I will tell you, if you look at some of the fake ones,
so these two are fake.
They have a very slight image of the seals themselves also, but these are very, very well pronounced. Now, the reason this one is so rare is if you look at the bottom, it looks like the Chinese Connection sign, Sick Men of Asia.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It was put like at the bottom and it's broken. And then the detail, just like his bigger ones, is in this statue here itself too. Same kind of likeness, coloring, everything.
Yeah, much more detail on his abs, his
and then
back.
These two that Charles is holding are two fakes. They did not do anything similar to him because one, he's facing the wrong way.
Yeah, he is. He's facing
to
the left.
His arms are in a whole different position. The detail is not there. The bases are smooth. They're not even...
Yeah, it doesn't have the sign on the bottom that says Sick Men of Asia like that one does from Chinese Connection.
They're not even close.
Nope.
Not even close. And I'm not even sure if they even tried to replicate the stamp on these. Some of them
I don't even see the stamp on these.
Have a real faint version of the stamp. Let me see this one here. Some of them they do. They try to replicate the... Nope, neither one of these
do. Have the stamp. And then that's a sign that it's not a real statue. So if you're looking for them, they have a specific square seal or stamp on them, which shows you that they're the original Foshan statues. And I'll show a close-up of the seal, guys.
And the other thing too that gives them away is if you look at the hair, he tried to paint paint on the hair and actually put the hair strands. These are smooth.
Yeah, they're glossy.
They're glossy and smooth, and the face doesn't look anything like that either.
No details in the face at all.
No.
Wow.
So there's one of the rarest ones, and I think I shared this with Andy before. And we were sharing notes on this.
And that's a lot smaller than the original ones, right? Because the original ones are almost double the size, which we'll show you now in a second.
The originals are probably about 12 to 13 inches tall. This looks like about, what, 6?
Yeah, 6 to 8 inches, yep.
Yeah, they're a lot smaller.
So let's see the first one that you want to go over.
Another fake one that I like to show is the single punch figure, which is this one here. Now, this one here is dear to my heart because, one, when I had it shipped to me, this is one of the ones that has shipped. And this one wound up breaking. I've had almost a complete set of these over the years. I've found collectors, whether it was overseas or in the United States, that had them. But the problem is when they pack these, they don't understand that these things are very, very fragile. If I just bump this with that one, it will break. That's how fragile these are. They're very heavy. They probably weigh close to 8 pounds.
And they're made out of like a ceramic clay, right? A baked clay, which chipped really easily. And I can see you had a cut here in the arm, so his arm must have came off at one point.
The arm was broke here.
Yeah.
The base was broken into all kind of different pieces. If you could see the bottom of it, you'll see.
Yeah, look at that. You did a good glue job on that. You glued it all back together.
And then it's missing a chunk right here.
And that's what makes these so rare.
And it broke right here at the leg, which I glued, and I also colored it there to try to keep them intact.
As kids, people who had them over time, the arm fell off, the head, the leg, they cracked and they threw them out, right? And that's what makes them so rare.
They're so fragile.
They're so fragile, so you don't even see many collectors that even have these in their collection because they were so hard to preserve because of the delicacy of them.
Absolutely. I keep these in the shelf there on the glass case, and I don't touch them at all.
Well, I appreciate you taking them out for this episode. Now, this is the fake one.
Yes.
Right? Now, as you can see, shiny hair, dull hair, less detail on the base. Yep, shiny base, more dull base. You have the seal on this base. This one, you don't have the seal.
Even the coloring, Charles. Its coloring is more natural.
And this is like a greenish gray, the skin color on here. You can see that it's the fake version. And so these came out when? These came out in the 70s?
Yes.
Early 70s, right?
And to give you a background on these, when he did these, he had to bake these in an oven. And from what I was told over the years was, as he baked each pose, several times he would be unsuccessful because if the oven was too hot or whatever, they would break or crack.
Wow.
And that would be one that he would throw away. So I would imagine there's not more than maybe 12 of each pose that were originally done. How many are in existence now is beyond me. I know there's a collector in England that has a few of them, and he's had a few of them for sale on eBay.
Wow.
And then Andrew and myself. Other than that, I think even Jeff Chin, I think I've seen some in his collection. I think he only has a couple of them.
Yeah.
And then some of the fake ones also.
Yeah, with all the collectors that I know through the channel, I mean, I've rarely seen any of them show me any of the Foshan statues because they're so hard to come by right now. And you're one of the few collectors that I know that, like I said, have almost a complete section. So
and collectors have to watch it because these are sold as originals. And if you don't know no better, if you don't have anything to compare it with, you will buy a fake one. Because you can see the size difference also. Look at the size difference of that one and this
smaller.
one. And look at the detail around the back.
The back, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
green versus tan, the
careful,
colors off, yep.
But beware, even the reproductions now are getting harder and harder to find, and they're going for good money. Okay? So
what do you think? Maybe $100 or $200 even on the fake ones now?
I've seen them for over $100 a piece.
Wow, even the fake ones, that's crazy. All right, so that's the first of the large versions. What's the second large version? Want to show the flying kick?
Let's show the one with the sticks. Your favorite.
Yeah. Okay. I love this one.
This is my all-time favorite one.
Look at that one.
I still have to paint the sticks black. But this is my all-time favorite. This has such a great likeness of Bruce.
That really does. Wow.
This one is gorgeous.
And he has the two Kali sticks from the dungeon scene of Enter the Dragon.
I put those in there
Man.
to give him a more realistic look.
Now, did it come with sticks originally?
No.
Oh, no. So he was in the pose, but he didn't have the sticks.
Correct.
Wow, interesting.
Even when they were original. And this is one of the few that I have that is not broke or chipped. This is an actual...
That is a beauty. I could see why that's one of your favorite. I love that pose as well. If I were to get one and find one, I would probably...
pull up the fake one there.
Oh, this is the fake one,
That's
right?
the fake one. So we can show the fans the difference in the two.
Look at that. Yeah. Again, the skin tone, right? Like more of a tan, more natural. This is more of a greenish gray. The base is no detail on the base. This one has like a lot of detail on the base.
Look at the underside of it. See the difference?
Oh yeah, that one has 8 compartments. This only has 3 big compartments under the base.
The detail in the arms is not there. The detail in the back is not there.
No, not as muscular
detail
on the
back.
back.
The hair is not there.
Yep.
The eyes are nothing like the detail in the
Wow, look at that. You don't realize until you look
hair.
up close the detail in the face.
Yeah.
And I remember as a kid, I was shying away from these. First, because there was so much money in Chinatown at the time. I was 13, and I saw these up there for $350, $400. I wasn't working as a kid, so to pick these up was almost impossible. But now, when I'm looking at the detail between fake and real, the detail in the face, they really made it look like Bruce. He was great. Yeah. Wow, look at that, man. It's beautiful. Yeah, let's do the flying kick, because I have the base over here.
The flying kick.
And this one is a really... And this flying kick one is hard to kind of even display because it hangs, first of all, this is the base, right?
Yes, and this piece here actually goes in here, and then this goes inside the base. I think you got it turned around.
Oh, I see,
There's
right
a hole
there.
Yeah. And notice that the actual stamp is even a different color.
Oh, yeah, look at that. So this goes into the base here.
Right,
and then this holds him up on the flying kick like this. So he sits above the base. Wow. This one is very... You don't even put this one together, right?
Nope,
because
I lay him on the base.
Got you. Because
he's so fragile.
Man.
This thing, if you guys could see this, the detail on this, they have all the veins in his hands showing. fingernails, the musculature in the
His
arms, the strands of hair. This one cost me actually $6.50 when I bought it.
Wow.
And it was worth every penny because I'm glad I flew this home myself.
Did you?
When I bought it, yes, I flew this one home myself.
That is a beauty, man. Wow.
I wasn't living in New York at the time when I bought this, so I flew this one home.
Look at that.
There's two versions of this, two variations. One, it stands straight up like this, okay? And the other one, which is this one, comes down at an angle.
Tilts down a little bit.
Yep.
Ah, got you. And they're both original.
They're both original.
Do you have both versions?
No,
Just one?
I only have the one version.
Hey, man, one's enough with these. And would you say, what is the value on this one, you think?
In today's market?
Yeah, in today's market.
I would let this puppy go for less than $2,000.
Yeah, easy.
This is one of your rarer ones. This is
Yeah,
one of the
I've
ones
seen
to
some
get.
people that were selling these for $3,000 each, $3,500 each.
Well, to be honest
at
with you,
times.
Charles, I received a call from a gentleman, which we all know, Bob Blakeman,
Oh, yes.
many years back before he passed away, and he offered to buy one of these off of me. He wanted the one with the double collie sticks, and I refused his offer.
Yeah.
Because I told him, I said, if I'm going to get rid of them, I want all of them gone at one time. I don't want to have a few and say, oh, wow, I had that, and now it's
Yeah,
gone.
and they're messing up the set, too.
Also, Bob Wall was another one that showed interest. He had called me once and,
Wow.
wanted to buy one of them. And I turned him down also. And he started sending me all kind of autographed pictures and stuff.
Really?
To try to butter
The
me up.
infamous Bob Wall. May he rest in peace, man.
And I've got a photo upstairs that he sent me. He says, to John, thanks for the photos. Because I sent him photos of them. I said, I'll send you photos of them, but I can't let you have them.
Wow. All right, let's show this next one. So that's number 2. So which number 3 you want to go with?
Okay, let's go with this Sidekick figure here. Now, this thing has been reproduced. Charles, if you want to grab that silver
Oh, yeah,
one
I'll see
over
that
there.
one.
This one has been reproduced several times in different versions. And recently out of, I believe, Hong Kong or Japan, they put this one out in gold and silver.
Look at that.
And it looks like they tried to replicate it as best as they could,
Yep.
which they did a good job. So that's a little cheaper version. You can pick that up for probably $100 or less.
Yeah, look at that.
They did a really good job with reproducing that, though, if you noticed. The hand placements, the angle of the kick,
Yeah.
the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, they did a good job with this, but I
really
still
good.
like the original, man.
Right.
I
And
like
this original, for some reason, La Shan actually inscribed something in the base.
Oh, yeah,
It
I
has
can
an
see that.
inscription
Yeah, it's hard to see.
in his writing. As far as the... there's a stamp there.
Yep.
At the very bottom. Now, if you'll notice, you'll see glue. That's epoxy at the bottom because this thing was so heavy that all the weight is centered into the center of that base, and it was coming through the base because of the weight of the statue itself.
Yeah, they are kind of heavy.
So, there it is.
Look at that. That's a beauty.
This reminds me of the Blissway figure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Except the kick is a lot
Yeah,
higher.
a lot higher. Yeah, it does. Wow. But, man, this is like, to come out with these in the 70s when you didn't see many figures or statues back then, these are like
That's
in
the way it
another
is.
level.
This is nothing, right?
Yeah, this is
Look at
like,
that.
oh my goodness.
About 8 pounds?
It's about 8 pounds. Yeah, I feel like I'm holding a 10-pound dumber.
Yeah, big difference.
Wow.
Big difference.
Well,
But they
that's-
did a good job with the face. Look at that.
Yeah, that's
they
a
did a
great
good job
one.
with the face.
Wow, so that's number 2 or 3, right? We just went through. Let
I
me
don't
put
know.
this
We've
one
gone through
down.
a few of them. Huh? Got a couple more in here. I got to show. Let's do this guy here.
So we did the sticks, the kick, the punch, and this is number 4, I think. So let's show this one.
This one here, I normally display with this stick here, and I put the stick right in here like so to make it look like he's in the...
Yeah, like he's holding the staff from Enter the Dragon. Look at that. That's nice. And none of them came with sticks.
No.
But they put holes in their hands so that you can get a stick or display it with a stick if you wanted to.
This is another one, Charles,
Very
and I've seen
clever.
a variation. The variation I've seen, his finger placement is different.
Okay.
And that's the only difference is the hand. I don't know if Charles has seen it or not,
You mean Andy?
or Andy, but the hand placements are different.
Look at that, Andy. Another beauty. Andy almost has the whole collection also. I know he told me at one point, long time ago, he goes, Charles, if I were to give up my entire Bruce Lee collection, the only thing I would hold on to were my Foshan statues. That's how
Charles, I'm right there with him.
you are.
I could let all this stuff
He
go.
said I could let everything go
these I
except
can't.
for the statues.
These I can't.
I can see why now, man. They're a work of art. They're just simply beautiful. So which other one do you have there?
I have another one that, again, the
Oh, look
hand
at that.
place, there's your
Yep,
stamp.
there's your stamp right on there.
And this one, I usually take this and I put it there
Oh, look at
to
that.
signify him doing the
holding the staff there.
staff.
Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that, guys.
That's a nice pose there.
Another beautiful pose of these beautiful Foshan statues that are in John Negron's collection, man. You have to be very proud of those, John. They're beautiful, man.
They're so fragile, though. I swear, they're so fragile. Here's another one that there's a variation of. Me and Hector were in Chinatown. Look at the way they put the stamp on that one.
Oh, that's a really distinct stamp. Let me see. You can see that stamp right over there.
Me and Hector were scrolling down through Chinatown, and we found this one in a window. Not this particular one, but one like this.
Yeah.
And the base is square. It almost looks like a block of Swiss cheese. Exactly the same, except for the base. So there is a variant of this one.
And was that might be a second printing, right, or a third?
And Hector tried everything he could to try to get me that statue.
Couldn't get it.
And I was to the point I said, how about if I go break in and just take it? and he'll tell you the story. I was that adamant about getting it. And at the time, I didn't have it.
Yeah.
I purchased this from a collector that I hooked Andy up with that had a couple of these for sale.
Hector Martinez, shout out to you, man. I wish you were here with us.
Yeah. So
Wow.
you'll probably remember that day when we saw that thing and I went nuts in the window.
Yeah, let's put this one back in the case so you don't clunk them around since the case is empty now. We'll put that one back in.
We didn't do this one here.
Let's grab that one.
This one looks like he's getting ready to swing around. And there, again, look how
Look at the stamp. It's really distinct on those, man.
Yeah.
I love them.
Oh, there's the original price tag on it. What's it say, Charles?
Holy shit. $350.50.
It's the price tag still on there.
Look at that.
From Chinatown, New York City.
That in itself is rare. Just to have the original price tag. Man.
Here it is. It's still on there.
$350.50. Look at that.
Got to get that 50 cents on
Wow.
there. And what I like about that one is unique because he's getting ready to swing around with that kick.
Yes.
He's getting ready to swing around that kick. A couple of them got some spider webs on there or dust or whatever it is, but that's because I don't touch them. I try not to touch them.
That's a beauty.
Okay.
Wow.
And I mean, the way he colored the pants, the stances, the poses.
Yeah.
This man is amazing in what he does.
Yeah, he just does great artwork.
And I mean, look at
Wow.
the face.
Yeah. It's Bruce all the way.
All the way.
Let's put that back.
Okay, what do we have? One left? Oh, no, we got
No, we have a couple left.
Okay.
Oh, the double nunchucks.
There it is.
I love this one.
And again, they had the sticks in there, but they didn't have the chain. So I glued the chain in there to make it look a little
why
bit more
not?
authentic.
Look at that. So the sticks were here, but not the chain.
Correct. So I put the chain.
Wow, look at that.
I got a little.
John got a little clever there. Put the nunchuck chain on there. Counted the links, so the links are exactly.
That's right.
That's big amongst the fans. Oh, the nunchucks had 9 links. Mm-hmm. That's how you could tell if they're
And then
original.
you can see the back of the nunchucks coming out under his arm.
Yeah, look at that, man.
With the detail in there. And again, the facial expression is there.
Wow,
It's there.
beauty.
It's Bruce.
I love that one.
This one doesn't have the price tag on it. But did we find the stamp? There's the stamp.
Yep, stamp of approval right there.
There's the stamp. Now,
Shows
if you
it's
notice,
original.
you see on some of them it got that?
Yep.
That's why it's peeled it off. It had the original
Oh, I got you.
price tag on there. That other one happened to be on the bottom of it. Okay, what's that leave? Just one?
Let's see. Let's
think
see
the,
the nunchuck one, I think, and then
You got the nunchuck.
I got the nunchuck.
Yeah, we got them all now. This is the only one left.
Okay, let's see this one. This is the last of the.
This is Charles's favorite. And there's the
I
stamp
love
right
this
there.
one, and there's the stamp of approval.
Actually, on that one has 2 stamps.
Bruce Lee giving the peace sign. He always looked great in this one, and he looks so cool in this figure. I mean, that was.
Has his blouse draped over his
Yeah,
arm.
look at him.
Abs are showing real nice.
That was him. And who doesn't love Bruce in the peace sign? You've seen that in a lot of his photos. That is a really, really nice one, man.
Gorgeous figure.
Wow.
And you know what I like about these, Charles, so much? Is that if you look at the figures now today, they have them overly musculature. I mean, they got big arms,
Yeah.
big chest or something. This was so much more
True.
realistic to his physique.
His physique, yep.
Than nowadays. Now they want to build him all up like he's huge, like a bodybuilder or
Which
something.
takes away from the originality of what Bruce was really all about. He wasn't that muscular to begin with. He was only 130 pounds, 25 pounds, depending on what year it was, but look at that. It's a beauty, John. So how many are in the... Now, you said some people say there's certain
I
number...
believe there was 12 or 13.
Okay.
But then with the variants, certain poses have variants. Like the flying kick has variants. The one where he's got the pose like this is a
Right.
variant. There's like 3 or 4 variants of different poses. So that could take you up to about 15 if you wanted to get both variants.
I got you. But if you weren't counting the variants and you just wanted,
I think there's 12.
12 different posed statues.
There's one where he's got a single nunchuck under his arm, just like this.
You don't have that one.
No.
Ah, the single nunchuck one. I got you.
And then there's one that Andy Bovell's friend has that he showed me.
Okay.
So that would actually give me all 12.
Wow. So how many do you have here now? 10?
I have 10.
Not counting
11,
the variants.
11 with the original
small
first one.
Wow.
So I have 10.
That's amazing. I don't know anyone that has that many in there. Not many people, first of all, have the full collection to begin with because so many break. But you have 10 of the 12. Wow, this was beautiful, man. Well, this was great, John. I appreciate you
no problem.
taking these out of your case. I know it was no easy task. We were really delicate at taking the glass off the shelf. We don't want to break any, and we held these really very delicately. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode with John Negron displaying these beautiful Foshan statues. If you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and please leave a comment below. And until next time, John and myself are going to sign out today saying, as always, have fun collecting, and we'll see you guys next Friday. Take care, guys.